Well, good evening, all my little Pokemons. It's Mewtwo here with you tonight. It just feels like forever since this handsome Pokemon face has been on your monitor. Uh, Reason being, well, I've been trying to make sure that I have content for you to have 7 days a week. And in the process, I want to make sure I do my best to have a full suit video for every other day, and a video where I'm talking on the camera like this for every other day. This kind of video is actually a lot more relaxing for me to do and a lot more fun in most respects. I do love doing both kinds, but for me, this is really uh, the bread and butter of my happy time on the camera. Well, so in that aspect, I can't put Mewtwo on the full suit without help. And most of all the time that I do my recordings are on my work days, in which case Autumn is still working, therefore I have no one that can be down here snapping my plate down and getting Mewtwo 100% out for you. But as of recording this, I have a little over a month worth of videos total in my log ready to go. So by the time you see this, it's almost going to be a month later. So think about that 30-some days ago. And specifically, I have around 2 weeks for every other day worth of full suit videos. Assuming I record most every workday a full suit video, I'll be able to keep the flow well ahead of the game. So I decided it was a good day to just bust out my Mewtwo and have a little fun because I miss seeing his face on camera. And don't you just miss him too? Then the good excuse to put on the bathrobe because I love that too. Enjoy my fluffy pinkness. Anyway, tonight's purpose will be a Game Thoughts. And that particular Game Thoughts will be on something on the Genesis. A furry game, if I do say so myself. Rocket Knight Adventures. Please excuse the bit of glossiness. I haven't played it since I purchased this particular copy. I'd rented a lot as a kid, so I never owned it until not too long ago. I picked it up at a used retro game store, and for some odd reason, they like to use cellophane, the shrinky wrap type stuff on some of their free roaming games like this. So it has cellophane wrappy on it. I'll get around to playing it again someday. I know I will, because it was actually a game I particularly liked. Now, in this lovely little game here, you are a possum. I believe it's a possum. Pretty darn sure. And you are a knight. You get to hang from things with your tail. You have a jetpack, a sword, and there's all kinds of bad guys to kill. Haven't I already sold you on this? Are you not already entertained? But this particular game was by Konami, which is very famous for a lot of its arcadish, constant bad guy, almost unfair, but still fair home ports, and this is definitely not an exception. I never finished it because I only ever rented it as a kid. I played it a good bit though. The bad guys come really hard and heavy. It is not an easy game by any stretch. Very, very country, very, very good Mega Man game-like. So if you're going to pick it up, be aware you're not just going to be walking into a buttery smooth instant win easy game. You are going in for hard mode. But it is an entertaining hard mode, and the graphics are good 100% of the way. It is definitely on the better end of sprite type combat things, side scroller action, quality around. Think about Super Metroid-esque as far as how the bad guys and stuff look and the character art. A little much toonier, but right around that quality for a side scroller. And that's at least something I think most people would be able to reference, because most people have in some way accidentally at least played Super Metroid. So there's a good reference. The character is very fun. The bad guy, the protagonists are great. I love how any of the main critters would put on the screen, how they look, how they act. Bad guys seem fair but hard. In general, it was quite a ride. I do want to rip it open and play it again here soon. Once I have some free time. Go figure. I have all this time. I sit and record videos and put them up on YouTube for my lovely audience instead of playing more of these games. It's something I should get around to, though, because it makes me happy. Controls were simple. I mean, it was based for the 3-button Genesis controllers, so it's not like you needed to have 10 sticks and a bunch more buttons than you know what to do with. It was, you knew what I was working with. It was ready to go. It's not here to make you learn how to remap your thumbs into 50 positions and remember that grenade button's up there. Looking at you, Halo. But it did what it needed. It entertained. It was fun. It played good. And in the long run, that is the biggest thing. Whether or not you can beat a game, it's whether or not you have fun with the game. And that game I definitely had fun with. And get to the final level, don't care. Get through even one boss, don't care. Had a great time when I was doing it, care. There's plenty of games on my shelf that I have on my I loved it list that I didn't get very far. And that's okay. If you get what you want out of a game, that's the true purpose of actually getting it. So this will definitely come up to the fun to get. And the eye candy. I mean, the little critter on your screen, the cute little possum knight. Oh, he is just adorbs. I love playing with him. And I think he needs more attention. Probably a bit more of a forgotten game of yesteryear, but definitely what I think deserves another thought from anybody out there. So, well, that's a little bit of game thought from this Pokemon here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're inclined, please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Did you ever play this game? I'd love to know it. I'd love to know if anybody else besides me remembers it. That actually cared about games of this kind. Let me know. Do you have a favorite game? Maybe it's on my list, and maybe I need to review it, or give you at least my opinions. I can't really see these reviews as much as they are basic overviews from my perspective. Your game really liked? Let me know. If it's something I've owned and I have an opinion on, I might throw it up in the mix. Because I'm here for you, for my beloved audience. And of course, the Patreon link is in the description below. If you're so inclined, just go ahead and click on it. I support for as little as $1 a month, and I do take requests of things I will wear or do on camera, depending on what you pay for. So there's that. But for now, this little Pokemon is gonna sign off. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you later on. Goodbye, kids. Sweet dreams. Think pink thoughts for me.